Hello. I believe we are live here, so let's make sure. But other than that, doing a little bit of spring cleaning. Very exciting, you know, at times. A lot of change, a lot of people very worried about all the things going on right now. But I see still in the local area and even in the startup scene, everything's positive. Yeah, we'll get through this time. So I've been playing around a little bit with Twitter Periscope. It reminds me of the early days of voice over IP. I forget what it was called. There was like a chat thing. It was kind of glitchy and it's amusing, but it's not quite there yet. I think I'm going to concentrate. The three ones I'm going to concentrate on are YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. Now, my Facebook's currently hacked. I cannot access it. But that'll be remedied. I have a trip planned and an invite from Facebook, so that'll be fixed. Other than that, I should give you a tour here if I have it. Maybe with my other camera I can. It's just a lot of opportunity in what I'm trying to do. As you get to know me, I'm going to try to do this 2 to 3 times a week, hopefully ramping up 5 times a week. 30 to 45 minutes, anything longer than that, people get bored. I'm really kind of, I can't believe it. Eli, the computer guy, is completely off. He has his own paywall and he is gone. No YouTube, only video. But that's okay. Don't always agree with them. I think he's kind of a jerk at times, and he plays that very well. But you don't have to be a jerk. Other than that, I have to really advise people never to give up and to stay with their passions, even if you're in a very small space. I have less than 600 square feet, probably 550 square feet in a 1-bedroom apartment where I share with my disabled mom. And one thing I want to talk about today is just because you've stepped up and you're taking care of a disabled mom, and there's actually a little bit of discrimination at times where people try to micromanage your caregiving or that your responsibilities are not up to their par when they're not in your shoes, and pisses me off once in a while. I think a lot of family members see this where you're doing your best with the resources you have and with the resources that person and the abilities they have. And they're doing it remotely. They're looking at their Facebook and they're not. I'm talking to my brother and my sister, where they need to get down here. I want you to come to Sacramento, to North Highlands, and visit your mom. They haven't visited their mom in probably 5 years, 4 or 5 years. He's not out of work. He makes good money, and it's just a stone's throw away from Houston, Texas. So Pat, get on your plane and come visit us. One day wouldn't hurt you. It's a 2-hour flight, Southwest. Fly directly into Sacramento. Take a lift directly here. Easy peasy. But it's challenging, and I think for a lot of people in the startup business, it's the same thing where they have responsibilities with family members or they're seniors, and they look at all of the loose ends of, they have this passion, whether it's music or some type of startup, they don't see the big opportunities. They don't see, they see all just big mountains and hurdles and like, I don't have a computer. I don't have the right laptop. I don't have the right talent, or I can't access it. School's too much. And I'm going to tell you, it's not too much, guys. It's really not. Just take baby steps. I am in a, I don't know if I can show you this. I should show you this. I think I can plug it. Just in a little bitty, I think I can show you. No, I don't want to mess with that camera. Well, I'll show you the next one. But it's a little itty-bitty apartment. And I have one table, and I break it up and break it down. And it serves its purpose. Now, you have to practice. You have to, not only do you have to, with a startup, take your time and learn the basics, and then grow into the more higher performance levels of getting there. You have to get a community of people who will help support you. It's really hard to do it by yourself, or attempt to do it by yourself. And the three impediments, I think, is lack of belief that you can do it, that you're not talented or have the skills to do it. The right kind of software and security, or cybersecurity. I see a lot of people using old PCs, outdated operating systems. They might have a very fast internet, but their system's so bogged down with bugs and spyware and junk that it's just nearly impossible to get a lot of things efficiently done through the cloud or through Google Docs and all that. I see a lot of the millennials, though, and the Xers, though, and the kids who really get it. They have the fast computers. They have sometimes the mentorship and the ability to go above their britches. Sometimes get the best of them, but some of them are very, very good. I mean, I was even impressed. Maybe a year ago, it was an all-girls hackathon, and these girls were amazing. But that's San Francisco, a little bit different, but young generation and fast. But I think what's lacking, though, sometimes with this generation, what's growing up with this, is the mechanisms to include everyone else. And I think that is also the bro culture in San Francisco, that we're going 10 million miles and we're taking our like friends with us, but we're not taking the rest of our community or helping our community join that experience and value of giving back to it. I think that's challenging. But what else can we talk about today? Get a little bit more structured on this. I wanted to go, here is one, back to my mug, what I've been up to. People say, why the angle on women? Why, I have 3 different angles, and yes, 80%, 90% of my customers, and even young men too. I welcome you and give you all the support in the world. But one of the backstories is 15, 20 years ago, I started listening to Tom Peters and Daniel Pink. Anyone who knows Tom Peters, fantastic consultant, has a number of books out. But he has this he really convinced me that women buy 90% of everything. They make 90 to 100% of all buying decisions. That not only women, but seniors, women own everything just about. Will own everything. And both his website, and people who don't know Tom Peters, let's zoom over and see if I can find his website here. He's a good website. He's getting up there in age. No, he has a lot of great videos still. TomPeters.com. So we look at TomPeters.com. Still watch him once in a while. But let's give an example. I got a great example. Let's see. What should I leave you? I got a number of stories of why women will lead this charge in both engineering products and designing products in the world. It's going to take me a minute. It deals with a toilet brush of all things. Give me 1 second. Alright, I guarantee you, it's been disinfected. It's clean. Toilet brush. Daniel Pink, I think either Daniel Pink told me this story, give him credit for it. I'm pretty sure it's him. And in the world right now, Walmart and all these big companies are looking for value and new designs. And a lot of these minuscule products, they base their $5 or $2.99 or 99 cents at the dollar store. Either Walmart or one of the big chains is saying, gosh, we would really like to sell these at a higher price, and you know, no one's buying these, there's no real effect. And so what they did is someone smart in the marketing department said, oh, you gotta go talk to some women and ask them what they want, and then so they went and talked to some housewives and some women who do a lot of, with kids and clean toilets, and they said, what do we do? How do we make this better? And they go, oh, you need to design it better and make it more disinfectant, maybe some sensors on it, and maybe even go to Italy and have them design a nice brush that even looks pleasing and aesthetically right. So they went and did that, and then they came back and they go, well, how much do you think we should how much would you pay for this? Well, I would pay like, you know, $15, $20, $30 for this. And so put it in the store and they sold out. So more and more, it's the customer who actually buys the stuff, needs the input, not just the men who think they know the women's market. It's the women and your customers. It might be men, but women do most of the influence of it. So in subtle ways, design through the help of women may be important in all future products, or is important in all future products. I may be rambling, but as I keep doing this a little bit more and more, I'll get better at it. But let's set this down. Another example is I want to give a shout out to people say, oh, I have this idea and I want to get it out, and I don't know. I don't have a video camera. I don't have a production company. You do what you have to do, and you just improvise. I remember I've been to a number of trade shows. Let's say over 100 trade shows, maybe more, probably more. And I didn't have a video camera. I just used my phone. And I got tired of holding it. They didn't have, back in the day, this is dating me, back in the 90s and not actually 90s and 2000. They didn't have the nice little gimbals you could hold, but my hand would get tired, and so what I came up with is a fancy little wood clamp. I've taken this thing to CES, to NEB. People just be like, what are you doing with a wood clamp, man? I'm like, well, I threw a nice Fender Gibson guitar strap. So I was always worried. I kept dropping my phone or my cameras. And through this, I could just load my camera, hold it, and it would be perfectly, you know. I mean, it would be. I never really crunched a camera. I always thought I could, but I could demo the app. I could. You know, there's another great cloud service, Video is another one. But now with all the videos, all you have to make sure though is you don't have the buttons. So here we got the phone, so now I can kind of show it off and get into my apps and start showing it off on video. Something simple, something elegant and easy to use. And the other thing is, people spend a fortune on these gimbals and stuff, and like, this is 20 bucks, $5 at a thrift store for a strap. Who's gonna steal this? Come on. On top of it, it's great. The wood clamp works great for clamping also. There's other uses for this. So, being creative in your startup is a must. And having the attitude and the perseverance. Perseverance, I think, is so key. And I think third, we'll talk more about this, is really ultimate discipline. Keep your mouth shut and keep your stuff. This is going to sound counterintuitive, but keep your prized cream pie ideas off the internet. Even bury them in the backyard. I got stuff buried in Mesa, Arizona, Minnesota. Bury it. Not only bury it, like, I don't know. You gotta think of ingenious ways of encrypting it. But these are the genius of the ingredients of what make your product or service hum. Once you put it online, it's open game. It's taken. So, or you can put 80% of your stuff online, and the top 20%, a little cream pie, cream puff, master ingredients, and ways you're doing things. You keep that silent and zipped. You don't tell your mom, you don't tell your dad, just maybe your partner who you trust, or your lifelong wife maybe, or whoever's working with you. Zipped. And by coincidence, Steve Jobs did the same thing. Kind of like that, briefly. But that, and just you know, once you're ready, yes, you need to, you know, in the stream of where you're going with your company. Eventually, if you get big enough, then there's proper ways of distributing that information securely. But right now, with the cyber threats, don't put them on the internet. If you do put anything on there, put fake stuff on there. Put crazy stuff down there. Put the old stuff that just vote it down. That's what I do. So I get hacked every single day. I got hacked this last trade show 14 to 32 times a day. It was brutal. Big deal. Expected. It happens. But that's when you gotta know your game at the right time. So when you're beginning, you don't need to worry about security. Just get it up, buy that domain, get the idea up, and start talking to people and making sales. But, and as you get to know me, you'll see more and more now. I'm going to keep this site the next 30 to 90 days pretty much free. I'll always keep it like the basic part free, but then as we go on, giving you more and more information, more of the secret ingredients and stuff. You know, because I'm going to get busy. I get a lot of stuff to give out. And it's just a phenomenal amount of information I kind of accumulated. And my top companies, I'm just going to give it away. I just boatloads of stuff. I mean, we're talking a lot of IP. But a lot of stuff is goodwill, guys. You know, karma is a real thing. Karma, and comes around. I haven't been perfect in the past. I've made mistakes, and karma's bitten me a little bit too. But the karma of helping companies out and telling them, hey, you can do it this way, subtly. And then, yes, you're going to get a lot of no's. That persistence and that attitude. But that's why you need a community of families. And I'm saying the internet right now is becoming a very dangerous, angry place. And so to counteract that is, I'm forming kind of my own platform in the future where when you look at these crazy voices coming from all different directions, you know, trying to get you to do this or that, you can't be totally identical, but keep an open bandwidth of floors and ceilings of what kind of ideal people you want advising you in your startup, in your world. So almost like an intra-Facebook or extra-net platform. And I'm really looking at a combination of Crowdcast and Vimeo. I think those two, it's going to need another wrapper of security on it, but that's pretty easy to do. I'm not sure how long I've been talking a little bit, but I can talk a little bit more. And we'll ramble. I mean, we'll ramble here and there, but it takes time. It really takes. I don't expect miracles overnight. It's going to take a lot of patience and energy and to get things correctly done. So, other than that, it is kind of long-winded to talk this time. Next time you'll have a drink with me. But what else is on the agenda? I showed you my example. Distribution of ideas. Once you have an idea, or you have a website, I think the most adventurous, if I didn't get out of my bubble, if I stayed in my one city, my one little small city or big city, lived in either Mesa, Arizona, or Minneapolis, this one break, and I see it now, and maybe I'll finish on this kind of theme where I'm going, is you're struggling with a startup, and you're putting in these long hours, and you're not seeing any utility or any progress. Like, oh, no one's paying attention. No one sees. Alright, Mom just came in. I'll give a shout out to Mom here shortly. But to not forget your clear goals and to I'll turn that up in a minute, Mom. Mom, you want to say hello? No?
Hello?
No, hold on here, Mom. camera at you. This is my mom, Kathy. Right? Do you have Mimi with you, Mom? Is she biting?
Come here, Mimi. Come here.
This is my mom, Kathy. She's 70. You're 76, right, Mom?
Am I 77?
Could be 77. Do you have Mimi to show Mom or not? Or she won't come there near you?
Come here. Yeah. Come here.
Mimi is my pride and joy, her dog. She's had her for, let's say,
17 years.
17 years. She's a Yorkie poo. She's half Yorkie, half poodle. And she's quite a personality. She has behind me a box of toys. But, how long have we been in Sacramento? About 4 years?
It's 13.
And my mom's in a wheelchair, if you see that. There's a good picture. Jeez. There's a good picture of Mimi. 4 years, and it's been a good time. It's we've had our ups and downs. And I still can get up from the wheelchair. She's just had some blood clots in the past. But all right, let's turn this around. All right, finishing up where I was going with this is startup life doesn't have to be that much of a rat race. More, it can be easier than the regular job and more happier than doing a regular career. And, it has other opportunities for you. I think the other opportunity is this gig economy. People talk about, oh, it's not worth it. I wouldn't call it a gig economy. I would say it's the opportunity for people to work at home, for women or moms or grandmas to work at home at their own pace and their own leisure and make a lot more money working for themselves and their family than working for big companies. So we'll leave you with that. And this has been Connect with m2teach signing out. And I want to say goodbye to everybody. Have a great day. And we'll see you in the next podcast.